With as big and popular as the Star Wars franchise is, I'm pretty certain that the majority of us have played at least a Star Wars game in the past. I'm here to talk about the very best ones ever made. I'm Sexy Jesus, this is why I love OG Star Wars Battlefront. When it comes to PS2 multiplayer games, these are definitely the ones me and my brother have put the most time in. There's just something about capturing those command posts that you can't get enough of. One thing to note about these games is that, unlike a lot of the Star Wars games, you're placed in the role of just a grunt. You're just a soldier on the field. You're not a Jedi with force powers or whatnot. You're just a simple stormtrooper, clone trooper, rebel soldier, even a droid unit if you want. And whatever game mode you decide to play, whether it's capture the objective, capture the command post, CTF, just straight up deathmatch, it's a fun time no matter what. You have a good range of classes you can be. It's your standard assault, heavy weapon, sniper, engineer. Mind you, we didn't really play actual online multiplayer because, well, we had terrible internet back then, but just using the commands to get a squadron of AIs with you and like hopping into a vehicle and traveling around the map, just taking out whatever enemies you can find, is a really fun experience. Also a horrifying experience when you realize Darth Vader's on the field and he's going through all the units and coming straight towards you. Our first instinct whenever that would happen would be to grab a vehicle and try to run him over, because everyone knows Darth Vader's one weakness is vehicular violence. Until we started playing 2, where you can actually be the hero characters, and that's a much funner experience when you're going toe-to-toe with another hero character. It's great, especially when you're on the Tatooine level and you make it to where it's only heroes only. That's great. Speaking of, I will say that 2 is definitely the superior out of the original 2, though the first game does have maps that the second one doesn't, and it also has flying vehicles on the land map, so there is some reason to play that one as well. When it comes to the first game's campaign, there's really nothing to speak about. I'm pretty sure you're just going through every map and just playing capture the objective. So there's not a lot of variety. I think you get like some Star Wars movie clips in between, but there's nothing too exciting going on. Where the second game's campaign, you have a lot more variety in the missions. I mean, they're not too much different, but there's at least some special objectives to go and do, like assassinate the queen or whatever. The better you did, you would unlock special units that weren't available unless you actually did good. And those units I don't think were even in the first game, besides the jet troopers. But yeah, the gameplay is just chaotic fun. You feel like you're in a war the whole time, even though, like, looking at it now, it's not too crazy compared to today's standards, but it's still pretty good. I loved all the little details you can find, like the Rancor pit, shooting the vent to get into the track compactor and the Death Star. Oh, that's great. I love little Easter eggs and stuff like that on maps. Also, just the fact that all the main battles from the movies are in the game. Like the Geonosis battle. There's nothing better than getting like a full squad into one of the main ships and flying around and causing chaos wherever you go. Like I said, the Tatooine map where you can have all the hero characters. You're having like Luke fight against Anakin, Han Solo versus Count Dooku is great. And of course the Hoth battle. Who doesn't love the Hoth battle? I'm sure that's the map we played the most of. Getting into the little ships and twirling around the legs of the AT-ATs. Fun. It doesn't get much better than that. Also, a really great mode that's separate from the campaign is Galactic Conquest. In this mode, you're sort of a bit more strategic. You're kind of traveling around the galaxy trying to capture all the planets, while there's a secondary ship doing the same thing. So your goal is to capture all the planets before the enemy. Whenever you like successfully win a battle, you get I believe you get little upgrades to like increase your units, just have buffs and stuff. It's been a while since I played, but it's something around those lines. It's really fun. It takes some time, and sometimes you get screwed. And it can be a little frustrating if you're not strategic about it. It's because sometimes the fights can be really difficult, especially if the enemy has more benefits than you on the actual planet. Like when the when the sort of the reboot series came out, I was excited for it, but when I started playing them, I don't know what it is about them. I guess they feel a little bit more soulless to me, I guess. I just can't really get into them. I don't really like them that much. I just prefer the originals. And I'm a big Star Wars guy, so I guess that kind of tells you something. Or it could just be because I just don't like playing online that much. I don't like the sweating players, alright? It just takes a lot of the fun out of the game when it is just too try-hardy. Then again, I'm always posting Twitch VODs of competitive games, but yeah, we would just spend hours constantly. Playing against each other was always fun. Sometimes we play through the campaign so many times, like try to do missions better, trying out different classes, playing different strategies, trying to get as many kills as we can without dying. It was always a fun time. Like, I don't think I really ever played this game solo. Like, we always played third person, split screen. I've never really experienced it in first person. Because first person is split screen sucks because you don't have your gun or anything, you just have the reticle. It's terrible. But yeah, they're legendary games. In my opinion, they're the best Star Wars games you can play. I'm sure someone will point out like some other game, but those are, in my opinion, the best games. At least my favorite. I'm pretty sure they're on Steam now, and I want to say you can play them online again, which is something I would be interested to do. As I want to kind of check that out sometime. That would be a really fun experience just to have the boys playing OG Star Wars Battlefront. Like, just imagining everyone going into a space battle, landing into the hangar of the ship, trying to fight our way to the core of the ship. That just sounds amazing. It was amazing back in the day with just 2 people, imagine with a whole squad. But yeah, that's about all I have to say. There's not a whole lot to say towards gameplay, like the movement is kind of clunky, the jumping's not great in the game, but it's basically just Battlefield if you strip it down to the bare minimum, but it's just a fun time. I'm sure a lot of people have played it. If you have, tell me like your favorite class or your favorite map. Just talk about the movies if you want. Except for 8 and 9, we don't talk about those unless you're gonna bash them. I'll bash them with you because those movies are terrible. Yeah, and I'll try to get more of these videos out soon. There's a trailer for whatever game I'm interested in. I'll keep doing the reaction videos because the reaction videos tend to do really well. I guess it's because I put the little clickbait red circle and arrow pointing at the circle. But yeah, it sort of raised my spirits to make even more content. I have different like video ideas in the works besides just the why I love whatever. And yeah, prepare for that. And I'll end it here. So until next video, guys, I'll see you. Yeah.